Today's article is entitled, Islamic Extremists Meet in the Shadow of the Capitol. It's happening right under our noses, yet it is getting literally no press, virtually no coverage at all. And why? The reason is simple. Between President Tweet Storm and all the sexual deviants in our midst, the air is continually being sucked out of the room. The mainstream media is obsessed with salaciousness. The juicier the story, the better. Substance is an afterthought, if it's a thought at all. The world could be on fire, and that story would be relegated to the second page if it was insinuated that Trump once hit on Taylor Swift or some such nonsense. Okay, then what is it that is so important? Well, a group of 100 America-hating Islamic radicals recently got together to discuss their desire to force us infidels into accepting Islam. And by right under our noses, I mean just that. They met last weekend at the Holiday Inn Express in Springfield, Virginia, right outside Washington, D.C. Don't you just love that they chose a place that represents quintessential Americana like Holiday Inn? I can see the new ad campaign now. I'm not really a jihadist scumbag, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express. At a gathering of Islamist extremists near Washington, D.C. last weekend, speakers from Maryland, Virginia, Texas, and Pakistan railed against America, calling it the land of the infidels. A radical imam from Pakistan by the name of Habib or Rahman Ludhavini was the featured lecturer. He told a group of about 100 that, quote, ignorant infidels need to be forced to accept Islam, unquote. Ludhavini exclaimed that, quote, they are ignorant and there is no need for dialogue with them. God has given them two options. One is the Holy Book and the other one is the stick. And if one does not accept the Holy Book, they have to be forced, unquote. Now, we usually don't get first-hand accounts of the goings-on at these types of gatherings. After all, it's not like they invite the public in to hear them spew their anti-American screed. So how do we know what they said? Evidently, there were several Ahmadi Muslims, or Ahmadiyas, who attended the gathering and did so undercover. They kind of have to, as this particular sect is hated more than us Western infidels. In fact, Ludvianti stated that Ahmadiyas are worse than Jews and Christians and advocated using the American justice system to outlaw the faith altogether. The Ahmadis were the ones who furnished the information. For those unaware, the Ahmadi sect of Islam was founded in 1889 by Mirza Ghulam Ahmad al-Qadiani. They adhere to the same Islamic declaration of faith that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. They too observe the same 5 pillars of Islam and the same 6 articles of faith. But unlike most of the Islamic world, the Ahmadi believe that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad was the Mahdi prophesied by the Prophet Muhammad, while the rest of the Muslim world is awaiting Jesus Christ's physical descent from heaven. Making this worse and more ironic is that the sponsors of the hate speech conference were 2 U.S.-registered charities, Idara Dawat-o-Irshad and Khatme Dubawat Center, both of which enjoy IRS tax-exempt status. Yeah, but at least they're not Tea Party groups. Lois Lerner probably had not a care giving them status. And speaking of extreme vetting, how is it that a radical jihadist imam from Pakistan is allowed into this country? If you are a citizen and wish to spew hate, that's one thing, but why allow them in from other countries? We had better wake up and realize that these people don't make idle threats. They don't just meet to hear themselves speak. They are as good or as bad as their word. Congress and the Senate had better get off their butts and allow Trump to further gut the shadow government of Obama holdovers before we are hit again. And talk like this is but a precursor to action. Thank you for listening.